Welcome back, everybody, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today we're going to be reacting to the band, The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. Just a little while ago, we reacted to a cover of this, and a lot of people told me it was a cover. I was not aware it was a cover until I started the video and read that in my researching segment. So we're checking out the original and calling it a cover comparison. So yeah, and apparently a bunch of people covered this track. Yeah, so as always with the cover comparisons, let me just say my spiel, I guess. I'm not trying to say one is better than the other. We're trying to see if they are different, if they've mixed things up, or if the artists put their own spin on it. Obviously I've already listened to the cover, so here I'm going to be listening to the original. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Obviously we listened to the song and read most of the lyrics already, although a lot of people said that Joan actually said some lyrics a little bit differently than the band sings them. So anyway, here we are. I'm excited to check this out. Let's get into it. And this, I think, is also a video of them playing live. So cool. Link to the original video will be down below in the description, so check it out if you want to watch it for yourself. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Oh, it's not like it used to be.
Oh, he's playing the drums and singing. That's crazy.
In the winter of 65, we were hungry, just a valley of life. By May 10, Richmond had fell. It's a time I remember oh so well.
I've never seen them before. This is cool.
The night they drove old Dixie down, when all the bells were ringing. People were singing, they went na 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 na. Back with my wife.
I pause it there. I'll be, I guess, the only time I pause it. But yeah, so there's a lot more instrumentation. Obviously, the other version that we did was all mostly her and her. It was her and her acoustic guitar, right? Here there's so many people on the stage playing, so there's a lot more stuff instrumentally going on. Joan's version sounded more like a ballad, whereas this version is more, I don't know, like when I listened to, what was the one song I've heard by them? The Wait, I think. This definitely sounds like a song by them, you know, like they have a very interesting and distinct sound with the vocals and the way, like, they've got the, I guess you could call it the big band type of stuff in the background, or the horns, and yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here musically. I also liked all the harmonies, and yeah, let's keep going.
Back with my wife in Tennessee, when one day she called to me, said, Virgil, quick, come and see. There goes the Robert E. Lee. Now I don't mind chopping wood, and I don't care if the money's not good. You take what you need and you leave the rest, but they should never have taken the very best. The night they drove old Dixie down, when all the bells were ringing. The night they drove old Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na.
Weird
You
camera.
can't raise a cane back up when he's in defeat. The night they go Dixie down, when all the bells were ringing. The night they go Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na. The night they go Dixie down, down, the bells were ringing. The night they go Dixie down, and all the people were singing. They went na 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 na.
Love the drums. It was awesome. It was very interesting seeing him playing the drums and also, oh, we need to do another Rolling Stones song soon. See him playing the drums and singing at the same time, because I don't know why, but for me, like, drumming always seemed like a very intense instrument to play. Like, the drums seem like you're using all these different parts of your body. It just doesn't. It seems like it would be difficult to sing and play the drums at the same time, more so than some other instruments. But maybe that's just because I've never played the drums, so I don't know. Let me know if anyone's a drum player. Is it difficult? Is it like especially difficult to sing while playing the guitar? He looked like, he had his eyes closed and he was like, nah, 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 nah. Like, it looked like he was putting a lot of effort into it. All right. So like I said, my personal opinion is that, her version was more of a ballad. That was just, her standing with her acoustic guitar and playing the song like similar to Ode to Billy Joe or something like that. Like it's something along the lines of a slower song where she's telling a story. And this song was a lot more flamboyant almost. There was a lot more stuff going on. There were so many people on that stage. Yeah, all right. There was a lot more complex musical stuff in this version as well. All right, so this person writes, and this looks like it's probably a good comment. A profound, heart-wrenching song, for me anyway. Listen to the lyrics. This isn't the lament of a wealthy plantation or slave owner, demagogue, or political firebrand shouting that the South will rise again. It's the struggle of a regular guy trying to remain stoic in the face of his world being turned upside down by a war. At least that's how I interpret it. One of my favorite songs ever. Never was the phrase rich man's war, poor man's fight ever better expressed in music. Okay. For me, that line right there will forever be War Pigs by Black Sabbath, which, I don't know, from that song, I don't know, man. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so one second. Isn't this the original? Oh, okay. This makes sense. All right. So someone wrote, I can't listen to the original anymore. This is the best version. It's absolutely perfect. And someone wrote, this is the original. And then someone wrote, he means the live version versus the studio version, which, okay. Yeah, I love it. And yeah, so I looked farther after stopping the last video where I reacted to this song. I looked down in the comments, and there was a lot of people saying the song had undertones of, exactly what that person said, the South will rise again, or racism. And I kind of tried to address that aspect of, like, the fact that it's from the Confederate side of the Civil War in the last video. And again, I'm going to just make the point that it's asking you to have empathy towards someone who's, like, they're losing from this. You know, like, he's like, they're taking the best from us. The war wasn't helping the poor people on, or the lower class or middle class people on either side of the war. And the song seems like it's set in the Civil War, and that, or set during that period. It doesn't necessarily seem like the song is trying to champion one side or another. And the ending point of the song is have empathy towards this person, and I think that we should be able to do that. But yeah, so that's The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down. We've already looked at the lyrics in the last video, so let's take a look at the song facts. Robbie Robertson wrote this song, which is set during the American Civil War. Dixie is a term indicating the old American South, which was defeated by the Union Army. The song is not related to his heritage, as Robertson is half Mohawk Indian, half Jewish Canadian. Robertson came up with the music for this song, and then he got the idea for the lyrics when he thought about... Interesting. Okay, so I just said... Alright, so when he thought about the saying, "The South will rise again," which he heard the first time he visited the American South, this led him to research the Civil War. The main character in the song, Virgil Kane, is fictional, but there really was a Danville train and Stoneman's cavalry. The train would have been part of the Richmond and Danville Railroad, a vital conduit for the Confederate Army. George Stoneman was a Union cavalry officer who led raids on the railroad. The vocals feature the three-part harmonies of Levon Helm, Richard Manuel, and Rick Danko on the choruses, and Helm sang the verses. Okay. And this also says that she changed some of the lyrics in her version. For example, she sings, "Virgil Kane is my name, and I drove on the Danville train till so much cavalry came and tore up the tracks again." The original lyrics are, "Virgil Kane is the name, and I served on the Danville train till Stoneman's cavalry came and tore up the tracks again," referring to George Stoneman, who was a general in the Union Army. This was used as the B-side to Up on Cripple Creek, which is another song that a lot of people have told me I should check out by this group. All right. Thank you for joining me for another cover comparison. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all soon. Deathstroke 9 out. Thank you for joining me.